Hello guys. Today I will teach you how to make the sci-fi tunnel loop animation in Blender. Let's open a fresh Blender file, press A, X, to delete everything, press Shift, A, add a cylinder. Make this 6, and change cap fill type to nothing. Change Y rotation to 90. Increase depth to 16. Add a build modifier to this, and turn it off for now. Press Tab to go to edit mode, and right-click, subdivide. Unselect everything. Hold Shift, Alt, and select this vertex loop. Press X, limited dissolve. Press Ctrl R, and type 20, to add 20 cuts. Left-click and then right-click. Get out of edit mode and turn on randomize and build modifier. If we change the playhead, we can see that effect. Now, add in a solidify modifier. Change thickness to -0.1. Go to the frame you like. Click here, and apply the build modifier. Add in another cylinder. Change Y rotation to 90. Change radius to 1.05, so that it lies perfectly in the middle of the cylinder. Go to edit mode, and click on this to hide the first cylinder. Move the mouse cursor to the top face, and press Ctrl R, 7. Left click and then right click. This will add 7 loop cuts on that face. Repeat the same steps for all sides. Come back to object mode. Unhide this. And add a wireframe modifier to the second cylinder. Add another cylinder. And rotate this to 90 degrees on the y-axis. I promise, this is the last one. Change radius to 0.9. Hide the other 2 cylinders, and let's edit the cylinder 2. This is the same step we did before. Press Ctrl R, 2. Do this for all sides. Sorry, make it 3. Press Ctrl Z to undo your actions. Press Ctrl R again, and give 40 vertical loop cuts. Go back to object mode, and unhide the other objects. Add a build modifier for this too, and turn on randomize. Add a solidify modifier too, and increase thickness to 0.02. Press Shift A, and add our camera. Click on the X here, and press numpad 0 while holding Ctrl and Alt. Change locate on Y and Z to 0, and X to 8. Go to rendered view. Double-click to rename objects if you want to.
Five minutes later.
Change strength of the world to 0. Change the sampling. I'll change it to 48. Turn on bloom, screen space reflections, and motion blur. Make sure the wireframe cylinder is selected, and add a new material, give it a name. Change this to emission and make the strength 20. Make it an orange color. Now, move the playhead, as we did before, and see the change happening to the inner cylinder. Stop at where you want. I'll choose 30, select that cylinder, and apply the build modifier. Now, let's duplicate these guys to make it a loop. Hold Shift and select the cylinders, except the wire-framed one. Press D while holding Shift, press X, -16, and left-click. Press R while holding Shift, to repeat your previous action. Press it 2 to 3 times. Then, select the wireframe cylinder, and go to Edit mode. Hold Shift-Alt, and left-click to select the vertex loop as we did before. Press GX to move it in the X-axis, to the end. Hold down Ctrl for snapping. Go back to object mode, and see how it looks through the camera. Ctrl S to save your file. Now, go to rendered view and let's start shading. Change this to shader editor. Make sure you've selected the main exterior cylinder, and click New. Rename it if you want to. Hold down Shift and select the duplicated cylinders of the same name. Press Ctrl L, Materials. This will assign the material of the object which was selected first, to the objects you selected later. Make it metallic. And add a Musgrave texture. Connect height to the roughness. Add in a color ramp. And make it constant. Bring the white near to the black. And change these colors as I do. Change the scale to 3, detail 10, and 0 dimension. Now, go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, and make sure Node Wrangler is enabled. Select the Musgrave texture, and press Ctrl T. Then connect the object to the vector. Then, select the interior cylinder, and add a new material. Rename. And select the other cylinders. Press Ctrl L, Materials, as we did before. Select the exterior cylinder, select these nodes, and press Ctrl C to copy. Then, go back to the interior cylinder, and press Ctrl V to paste. Connect the color to the roughness, and increase the metallic all the way up. Change the white to a gray color. Add a wireframe modifier to it. Uncheck Replace Original, and reduce thickness to 0.01. Decrease detail to 7 and increase the Y scale to 100 to stretch the texture. Press Ctrl S to save your file. I will just increase the detail a bit. Now, we can animate our camera. Select the camera and change this to timeline. Click here to change the FPS. I will choose 30. Change the end frame to 120. Make sure the camera is selected and you are on the first frame, and click here, press I while your mouse cursor is over the location sliders. This will add a keyframe to the camera's location. Then, go to 121th frame, change X location to -8, and press I. Now the keyframe interpolation is Bezier. Change it to linear by pressing T while you hover the mouse over the timeline. Check if it is looping perfectly. Yes. Select the output folder. Change file format to FFmpeg video. Change container to MPEG-4. And change this to perceptually lossless. Forgot to give wireframe to all the interior cylinders. So, select the first cylinder first, to which we gave the wireframe modifier, and select the other cylinders. Press Ctrl L, as we did before, but select modifiers now. Save your file for the last time. I'll change these to 64. And yeah, you can render your animation. After the rendering is complete, click this plus icon and select video editing. Make sure the timeline is on the first frame, click Add, Movie, and select the rendered clip. Press Shift D and duplicate it, and Shift R to repeat duplication. I am multiplying the end frame by 4, as I have the video 4 times looping. Now, click here, and go to the bottom. Under Color Management, change Filmic to Standard. Then, make sure everything's OK. Select the output folder, and render the final output. Thank you for watching the video and drop a like if you loved it.